Hello Internet! Welcome back to one more day of Bazzle Spot Live with this regular Rayquaza team, with this VGC 16 team adapted slightly for VGC 19. Obviously not completely, because we are using a normal Rayquaza, which is not advisable to be honest, but probably say this every day, it's been going better than I thought it would, to be honest. But just as a note, you probably noticed it is Friday today, and it is MBL day today as well too. So the team builder is going to be on my channel in actually 2 hours from now. So normally when my channel is due an MBL video like it is today, I won't do a Bazzle spot. But it's not your imagination. There is a video here today. We're going to do both of them, within 2 hours of each other as well too. So we'll see what happens. If no one watches either of them because there's 2 videos and no one knows what to do, then we won't do it again. But if everyone watches both of them, as they would, if they're on separate days, then fair enough, no reason why we can't do it again like this. But let's see if we can finish this week on a high. We've got the VGC 16 World shirt here. Here we go, the San Francisco shirt. As straight away we find Jay from the United States. Hello, Jay. With, oh, this looks horrible. Okay, so one of the reasons why I did put NIHILEGO on this team was for Ho-Oh, else we really have no way to touch Ho-Oh. So NIHILEGO against the rest of his team doesn't look too bad. If that Toxicroak is Assault Vested, then that could be, an issue. Raichu will be faster and probably has Nuzzle as well. They all have Nuzzle in these restricted formats, don't they? He hasn't got... he's got a Venusaur on there, but he hasn't got a Groudon as well, which is interesting. But yeah, I've not actually played the Toxicroak yet. So this is going to be definitely an interesting one. And I'm thinking maybe I don't want to lead with Xerneas here. Maybe I'll lead with Rayquaza. Let's go with Smeargle and Rayquaza. This is the first, isn't it? We do want NIHILEGO. And I think we still want the Xerneas. But Xerneas actually looks pretty poor against that team, doesn't it? But is Scrafty better? Is Volcarona better? Maybe not. We'll go with Xerneas. There's not many games where Xerneas isn't going to be good. We've had a couple of unfortunate instances with the internet as well, so our rating has actually dropped. So I'm hoping we do finish this over 1,700 this week. If we don't, we don't. Whatever. It's just Battle Spot, isn't it? But at least we've been up there. So what is Toxicroak's base speed even? It's 85, isn't it? So yeah, here's the Ho-Oh. This is really what we didn't want to come up against. And the Raichu has to go for a Fake Out into Smeargle, doesn't it? And the Ho-Oh, goes for a Tailwind, maybe? So I'm going to make a slightly risky play here. Go for a Fake Out into the Ho-Oh and an Earth Power into the Raichu. Because I think surely you have to Fake Out the Smeargle. Okay. And maybe we'll see what kind of Raichu this is now. Well, that's definitely an Assault Vest Raichu. And it's a Leftovers Ho-Oh. Okay. Okay. So now I'm putting NIHILEGO in. And Rayquaza. An Earth Power surely it still does more than an Extreme Speed here. But I'm just very aware that Rayquaza is very possibly going to get nuzzled here. Yes, it is, isn't it? So do I Extreme Speed? Or do I just eat the Nuzzle and go for an Earth Power? I think I go for 2 Extreme Speeds, actually. Just because there is a chance Extreme Speed can critical hit. If he Nuzzles me first, I might get fully paralyzed and I get nothing from this turn. If he Nuzzles me, I can't stop that. And 2 Extreme Speeds will knock it out as well. Or actually, just 1 Extreme Speed. Wow, well, there you go. So, okay. Definitely satisfied with that turn. Rayquaza I should not have underestimated your extreme speeds. So we have got NIHILEGO in nicely, but he did have what, Kyogre to threaten the NIHILEGO? Yeah, here it is. And this is the bad thing about a more special Rayquaza. It does nothing to Kyogre. Yeah, okay. Now, we don't know if this Kyogre is Scarfed or not. If it is, then we could be in a situation. I don't know, we'll see what it locks itself into, I guess. We'll go for a Protect with NIHILEGO. And we will try and... We'll just Extreme Speed the Kyogre again. Because it's not going to do much less damage than an Air Slash, and I suppose this way we don't get to see the speed of the Kyogre. So it is going before the Ho-Oh. But that's not going to be doing too much to Rayquaza, but it's probably doubling into it with a Brave Bird as well. Or a Sacred Fire, okay. So, yeah, fair enough. First, you can burn me. Okay, no burn. But NIHILEGO, I need NIHILEGO for the Ho-Oh, else we can't touch the Ho-Oh. So do we sacrifice Smeargle here? Do we let Xerneas take all this damage? Because I don't think Rayquaza can break Ho-Oh Substitute, as sad as that sounds. That does sound pretty sad, doesn't it? Okay. So I'm going to bring Xerneas in here, and just go for another Extreme Speed into the Kyogre. This is not looking good. This is looking pretty bad. Yeah, Ho-Oh, like I knew Ho-Oh was a problem for this team, which is why I put the NIHILEGO on it, but when they've got a Scarf Kyogre as well, then that kind of checks the NIHILEGO, doesn't it? So, yeah. Interesting that he's going for Sacred Fire. Maybe he hasn't got Brave Bird, but that does knock out the Rayquaza with the critical hit. Not sure if that mattered or not. If it burnt me, then it might have just put me over the edge as well. But I don't know. Maybe have we got some wiggle room here? So the Ho-Oh is shown Substitute and Sacred Fire. Because do we Geomancy here? If the Ho-Oh's got Whirlwind, then we've lost. But we can potentially go for a Geomancy here and a Fake Out into the Kyogre. And then hope that we can wiggle things around with NIHILEGO and Xerneas in the future. Oh, so it's not a Scarf Kyogre. So that was an assumption that... an assumption that I made just because I was going Extreme Speed with Rayquaza and not Air Slash, which is what I should have been doing. Because if I knew that wasn't a Scarf Kyogre, I would have just spored it. We just put it to sleep. Now I'm locked into Fake Out. That was bad. That was bad. And he has got Brave Bird. So, like, undoubtedly going to be into the Xerneas then. But yeah, we've lost this game. There's no way we can win this game. I mean, okay, so we go, like, I don't think Liam isn't going to break the Ho-Oh Substitute, is it? Yeah, we should have gone for a Spore. That was an assumption that has cost me this game. Yeah, that was a bad assumption to make. Alright, so I'm going to protect the Xerneas here and hope that his Kyogre protects and try and bring the NIHILEGO back in. If the Kyogre doesn't protect, Origin Pulse can still miss. But yeah, this assumption has cost me this. So Kyogre does protect at least. Now if a Dazzling Gleam knocks out Ho-Oh's substitute, then we might be okay. But I don't think it does. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. A Moonblast into Ho-Oh to break the substitute, and a Power Gem into it. But like the Kyogre surely just stays in and attacks, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I will just Dazzling Gleam and try and Power Gem into the Ho-Oh. Because it depends what his last Pokemon is. If he's gone for a double protect. Oh, if I just Moonblasted into the Ho-Oh, there was something telling me just Moonblast into the Ho-Oh, because a Moonblast would have broken the substitute. And yeah, now we're losing our Xerneas, and we don't know what his last Pokemon is yet. NIHILEGO could still do this with Smeargle, but yeah. I should have. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what his last Pokemon is yet. It could be Venusaur. It could be Incineroar. It could be something else. But at least we know these two, NIHILEGO wins 1-on-1. So we'll see what his last Pokemon is. I mean, okay, so like maybe I didn't need to make that call of Moonblasting and Power Gemming. It is Incineroar, so this is interesting then. Now. Because surely he goes for a Fake Out into my NIHILEGO, because that's the thing that's threatening his Ho-Oh. So do I go for a Fake Out into his Incineroar, or do I transform into my NIHILEGO? I think I transform into my NIHILEGO and go for a Power Gem into his Ho-Oh. We might have still won this. It's just gone for a Fake Out into Smeargle. Well, that's a 100% game losing play, isn't it? Because Power Gem times 4 effective. Ho-Oh's a bulky bird, but it's not going to survive that. Wow, okay, so whew, hands flailing around in the air. I fully expected to lose that game. Yeah. And now is it better to Spore or Transform? It doesn't really make any difference, does it? But we'll Transform just for fun. Seeing as we are a +1 NIHILEGO. And he forfeits anyway. Yeah, well, okay, so I thought I'd lost that game. And I'm very glad that NIHILEGO actually brought its briefcase along and did the business for us. NIHILEGO was good there. Really good. As soon as we got rid of the Kyogre, which wasn't Scarfed, it won for us. Yeah, I made a big mistake there of assuming that the Kyogre was Scarfed. And I made that assumption because it was faster than Ho-Oh. Now, Ho-Oh doesn't necessarily invest much in speed anyway, so I probably shouldn't have made that assumption. And I was going for extreme speeds on it. I could have seen the speeds by just going for an Air Slash instead of an extreme speed. I should have been doing that. Flinch chances as well, considering that it wasn't Scarf too. So I think I played that one pretty poorly, but NIHILEGO saved us. NIHILEGO brought its typewriter out. Ding. Send. Off to the supplier. Business. Businessman or business squid NIHILEGO, whatever it is. Rocky squid with suggestive wobbly bits. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that wasn't the prettiest game, but we got there, and because we won it, we are finishing this week above 1,700, even if we lose this last game. So I'm happy with that. If we win this last game, then fantastic. We've pretty much started where we or left off where we started, but from Gravity. But here we go, Mr. or Mrs. from Saga in Japan with another Ho-Oh. Oh dear. And if this is, this looks terrible. If this is a Scarf Lele, I don't see how we can win this game, to be honest. Like, same situation as that last game, when I thought he was a Scarfed Kyogre. Like, NIHILEGO is really the only answer that I've got for Ho-Oh. If the Kyogre Scarfed, outspeeds one-shots it, done, end. If this Lillet is Scarfed, outspeeds it, one-shots it, done, gone as well. So, it'd be a miracle if I win this. So what can we actually do? I think a lot of this is going to depend on if his Tapu Lele is Scarfed or not. I'm going to go Smeargle Xerneas. That's a surprise, isn't it? Definitely want NIHILEGO here. But then, Scrafty can't intimidate Solgaleo down there. Volcarona, it's either Volcarona or Rayquaza here. I think I'll trust Rayquaza. This does not look pretty though. But I appreciate your pink and yellow t-shirt there, Mr. or Mrs. Mr. or Mrs. Japan. Okay, you know, if we finish this week on a loss, then we finish it on a loss. You know, maybe the team deserves to finish on a loss, to be honest, just because, you know, if I'm out here playing with basically my VGC 16 team and winning, then it, you know, that's you know, that's false advertising, isn't it? So Togedemaru, we're in the same situation, aren't we? Togedemaru is bound to go for a fake out into Smeargle. And he'll just steal attack into Xerneas, won't he? No reason not to. Alright then. Let's try and be cheeky again. This is such a bad idea. Geomancing in front of 2 steel Pokemon. Don't do this. I don't advise anyone does this. So again, he has gone for the fake out into the Smeargle, which they have to. They don't know I'm Scarfed. But now Xerneas at least outspeeds everything. I suppose it did anyway. But now can do some damage, but the Solgaleo could have Trick Room as well. I'm not sure if it would though, looking at the team. Smeargle has to withdraw. Like, NIHILEGO is very important for us here. Put Rayquaza in. And protect. It's very obvious, but we'll protect. This is very, very obvious. Like, he has got just double targets into that slot. If he does double into the Rayquaza, that wouldn't be so bad. Worst case scenario, I think, is if he, like, nuzzles into the Rayquaza. I wouldn't enjoy that. But this is super predictable. But no, it's just gone for that. Is it a nuzzle? It's a Zinc Zap. Okay. If this doesn't 2-hit KO me, then maybe we can do something. Because Togedemaru is faster than Rayquaza. That is annoying. But I'm going to try and get this Solgaleo by Moonblasting and Earth Powering into it. Because if we can get this, then we might not be looking too bad. Because this is the kind of the position that I was trying to jiggle myself into. Either an Earth Power and Moonblast or a Foul Play and a Moonblast. We've not used Foul Play on NIHILEGO yet, have we? But if the combination of these attacks knocks out the Solgaleo, then we're looking okay. It might be close. Oh, is a jolly one. He's a jolly one. Xerneas might survive this, because he is jolly. Oh, we don't survive it. Okay. Is a Life Orb one. Okay, that makes sense then. So, I got ourselves into a position where I thought we might be okay. The Solglair's gone now, but so's my blooming Cernius. But I can put Smeargle back in now and start sporing things. Unless his Lele is scarfed. Which I am fearing right now. If his Lele is scarfed, then the game is over. Because he can just lock into Psychic, I've got NIHILEGO in the back, and the game is absolutely over. So we'll try and Earth Power into the Togedemaru. If it's not scarfed, we can Spore into it. But we'll see. If he locks himself into Moonblast, because he's facing a Rayquaza, then... Ooh, or Dazzling Gleam. That's probably going to knock us out, isn't it? Ooh, yeah. Knocks out the Rayquaza. But he'll be knocking out the... Yeah, and he's going to have Iron Head on his Togedemaru as well, too. So if I've gone for a Spore into the Togedemaru there, like the game is 100% over now. If we've gone for the Spore into the Togedemaru, then we might be able to do something. Maybe not, though, because then the Lily could just switch out and come back in with a Psychic as well. So yeah, the game is over at this point, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so it looked like a bad one for us from the start. We wiggled ourselves into a position where we could have potentially taken the Solgaleo if it wasn't Jolly. Solgaleo's base speed is what is it, like 98 or something like that. It's in that area, isn't it? At least we get to see the foul play, which is a 2-hit KO on Togedemaru, but Iron Head. Oh, Zing Zap, okay. Yeah, another Zing Zap is going to knock us out. Okay. So, maybe Togedemaru Spiky Shields here unnecessarily. It's actually just doing the smart thing and withdrawing his Lele. Yeah. I mean, he does spike his shield. So we have targeted into the right slot. And if we had made some kind of wild call and power gemmed into that slot, could we have still won? I think we might have needed 3 turns of sleep with his Lele. But now, NIHILEGO. Do we foul play, or do we power jet, sludge bomb into the Togedemaru? The Ho-Oh just knocks us out with a Brave Bird either way here, doesn't it? Yeah, we'll just go for a foul play into the Togedemaru. Yeah, he does not switch. He doesn't have to. A Brave Bird will knock us out. Especially with the Life Orb Recall. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, Rayquaza's basically... And this is another one of the things with the regular Rayquaza. Its base speed is 95, which is better than, you know, Groudon and Kyogre, the 2 weather ones, but not the rest of them, really. Especially the new ones, like the Xerneas and the Yveltal and Solgaleo and Lunala as well. So... When Mega Rayquaza comes around, I think it'll be good again. But just because that was a Jolly Solgaleo, if there was Adamant, if it wasn't Jolly Max Speed, then we would have, like, we made the right play. We doubled into it with a +2 Moonblast on an Earth Power, and it did knock it out. But just because the speed stats and whatever, that's just that. So that's unfortunately how we're ending the week. But you know what? We're above 1,700, which was the target, especially with disconnects and whatever off the video. So. Yeah, it's been reasonable this week. I'm happy with how it's done. It's not been a total disaster, which I was fearing it would be before I started recording any of this week. So I think this team, yeah, built in VGC 16, you know, good old, you know, Worlds in San Francisco. Did pretty well at Worlds with it. Good team, I like it, but it doesn't work in VGC 19 really. You need to change things around. The airlock is nice with Rayquaza. The extreme speed has been nice as well. We got that Raichu in this video, didn't we? And a Coco in on Wednesday or something this week as well too. But considering the things that you could have in place of Rayquaza, like, you know, a Solgaleo or an Yveltal or a Ho-Oh or a Groudon, Rayquaza just isn't that good really. So it has been an interesting week using this team. It definitely has not disgraced itself. Like, I know how to use this team very, very, very well as well. Obviously, I got, top 8 at Worlds with it in 16 too, so, like, I know how to use it, but it's just these new threats. Kartana, Solgaleo, as we saw there, Necrozma, really, really, really struggle against those things. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a way forward for the team. I'm sure it can be jiggled around to actually be competitive. We've stayed, in the 1,700, so, I think it's a somewhat respectable team as it is, but, you know what? Satisfied. Pretty chuffed with how the week's gone. So I hope you've enjoyed all these videos this week with this team. Again, the NBL team builder will be in about an hour and 35 minutes, an hour and 34 minutes from now. If you clicked play as soon as this went online, which is doubtful actually. So it's on the same day as this, basically. So watch that and join us for the NBL game on Saturday on Cyber's channel, and for some more Bazzle Spot next week too. So goodbye for now.